Hey everybody. I'm sorry that I'm a bit late this evening with it. Last night I had one of my excuse me. Last night I had one of my really good friends come out and visit me, and I haven't seen him in many years. So last night we got our drink on and left me today really hungover, and I had to take a nap. Fortunately, I slept through my starting time of 9 p.m. and I apologize to everybody out there that's going to be watching this later on YouTube or whatever, that I did not come through with starting on time, but I am starting now. I know it's a little late, but like I said, I always put up my stuff on. I always put up my footage up on YouTube. You can check me out. My name on YouTube is the Puma Zone, all one word. You can check me. You can check out this video and many others. I think I have. God, I don't know how many videos I've posted. I've probably clearly. I would say I have clearly close to maybe not 100 videos, but I'd say I have probably a good 50 or 60 videos up there now. So, what am I going to do tonight? This is going to be another DayZ video, but I've been asked by people that have been watching me play this lately, and I know you can find these videos all over YouTube if you really try, if you look, but some people have been asking me, ones that have been playing with me, ones that haven't been playing with me, how do you survive your first hour in DayZ? Because a lot of people seem to die right away, and it's because they do some really silly mistakes. The premise of this game is it's a survival game, and you kind of have to immerse yourself as if yourself, like think about yourself as me, like Puma. If I was stuck in a survival situation where I had nothing and I actually had to, get my own food, my own drink, and defend myself somehow. And when I play it, I kind of put myself in a situation like, okay, what is important to me? What do I need to do? What are my priorities? And you have to kind of get in with that mentality. I know it's a game, but the game is, like I said, I've said in many other videos, it's based on real life physics, real life way you move and stuff in real life, and it's really one of those things that you really have to immerse yourself in your character in this, and it's kind of like the mentality you have to have. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to survive at least your first hour in the game, and if you can follow these basic tips, if you can follow this video and kind of learn a little bit from it, you can adapt it to any way you want, but I mean, people have their own different ways of doing things. I have my way of doing things, but I'll try to hit up certain points where what you should do to survive. Now, my particular server, I do have custom loadouts, custom weaponry, and we are going to be starting with some custom loot. However, I am going to, once I get in game, I'm going to take out the loot from it, off of me, and I'm going to go with pretty much what you would normally start out in a normal DayZ server. If you go into private servers, sometimes you will start out with a gun. Server admins kind of do that to kind of entice people to come play on their server, because sometimes starting without a weapon can really suck too. But on the official stuff and on the official game, when standalone comes out, you're probably going to be stuck with absolutely nothing. So I want to get you guys more in the feel of, okay, so you had landed up on the shore on Chinaris, and you have nothing to. You have no supplies. You have a backpack, maybe I think painkillers, a bandage, and maybe a flashlight. Wow, I really gotta lower the volume here.
Cannot fire.
Okay, so my ears must be real sensitive at the moment. But anyway, okay, so when you get in game, you're always going to start out in first-person mode. Now, what I failed to mention is, and you probably see it if you reverse the video on YouTube, you'll see on the lower right-hand screen when you load up, you're going to see three lines. You're going to see Chinaris, You're going to see something else. It's probably going to be like in Russian, and then you're going to see day 0, day 1, day 2, whatever, how many days your character's been alive, it'll tell you. The second line is the most important because that'll give you pretty much a reference of where you are currently at. Now, when you play with friends and stuff, that's usually pretty important because if they're gonna come pick you up or help you out, you kind of want to tell them where you kind of are. This way, they kind of know if they already have a map that you need to where they can kind of locate you. Now, I know by just looking at the terrain here, I'm in Kamenka. Yeah, some servers, some private servers will start you off with a map. I believe I start people off with a map. Yeah, I do. Matter of fact, I even start them out with a compass. So, what I'm going to do now is show you how to go from first person to third person. To go to third person, you just hit enter on the number pad, and it brings you to a third person mode. And this way, you can see a lot more around you. If you go in first person, your vision's kind of obscured here. You kind of want to keep it in third person. Some servers take that option out. You can only do first person mode, which is kind of silly, but I guess it can add a little bit more danger to, a little bit more difficulty to your gameplay. So I'm just going to drop all my gear here. Actually, you know what? Correction. Okay, now I'm going to drop all my gear. I'll just eat my meat, drop my bullets, drop my main gun. I'm even going to go drop my Glock, which is pretty much insane to do. And I'm going to drop 1, 2, 3 bandages, drop my map, drop my compass. Now, as you can see, everything that I hook players up with on my server, I just drop to the ground. I'm going to show you literally how to do it the right way. Okay, so here's my inventory, and to get to the inventory, hit G. I have my painkillers, I have a bandage, and I have a flashlight. And I have a backpack. This is the configuration that you're going to get in a normal official server play, and probably standalone. This is pretty much what you're going to start out with. Nothing. Literally nothing. The backpack is an Alice pack. I know people are going to say, well, you don't start out with an Alice pack. And you don't. You start out with a Coyote patrol pack, which is only an 8-slot bag. This is a 20-slot bag. Unfortunately, I'm just going to keep it for this way I can put loot in it. It's the one thing that you don't start with, so just mind you, I want to give you guys the feeling that you do start out with a backpack. Okay, so the outfit that I'm wearing here is is what's called a hero skin. You don't start with this. You see on many videos what you usually normally wear. You usually normally wear the vest and the pants and a different color cap or whatever. This skin you get when your humanity reaches a certain positive number. I think it's like 5,000 or something, and then you get this skin. And I believe also it comes with a increased sprint speed. I can actually run faster. So right now I'm a hero. There's no way I'm gonna just entirely delete my tune in the database just to kind of give you the effect. So you don't start out with the skin, just to let you know. But the gear you do start out with. Okay, so right now you're standing around, looking around, going, which direction do I want to take? Normally you end up on a coast. First thing you're usually going to see is a railway and then a main road. So anyway, you have to go. Gee, which direction do I need to go? Left, right. It's definitely most intriguing. Anyway, so oops. Sorry, I keep flipping back and forth to get my chat window up. You can come chat with me on Sundays and Wednesdays when I record these live. If you want, there's a sign up on the Twitch site and chat with me while I play. You can throw out your things. Okay, so let's go left for a little bit. Now, I'll warn you right now, I know exactly where I'm at. I've played this game so much that I kind of know just by certain landmarks that I just know where I'm going. So, if you see this lighthouse here, it has the yellow stripes. Now, I know there's another one down the coast with, I believe, blue stripes. If you ever spawn by this particular lighthouse, I tell you right now, you're by a town by Kamenka, and it's all on the west end. This town is the furthest down on the west end of the coast. Now, this is the one place where people hate to be spawned out because it's the furthest away of any sort of huge looting town or anything like that, and this is kind of a pain. Now, I did luck out, and I did find a bicycle here. And it's good. Okay, so I am a very lucky survivor. However, we're going to go in the opposite direction because that's where the major towns are. So, we're going to go to a major town. And you pretty much, and I'm really taking this bike just to kind of save time. Now, normally you usually don't find a vehicle right away in one of these cities, especially if the server's been around for a while. Your chances to find an actual vehicle on the coast is very rare. Typically, you have to go more inland. So, here's really a really easy way of knowing your directions here. Let me share this with you. Let me just get over to the coast. Oh, and this is awesome. My server is going to be restarting here in 5 minutes. This is totally just what I needed right now. Okay. I'm going to get out of here real fast. And I'm actually going to go restart my own server. So, let me get out of this real fast, and I'm going to bring Max in. Max has actually been hanging out with me, and we'll talk for a little while we wait for the server to come up. Which is... sorry, folks. Did not realize that it was rebooting time. And I'm actually going to, because I have administrative access, I'm actually going to go give me the correct starting pack that you normally will spawn in with. Okay, so I'll do that. And I'll restart my server. And typically this will be a minute or two. So I'm gonna bring on Max and see what he thinks about this whole DayZ phenomenon. So Max, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Dude, so right now the viewers right now are getting a perfect picture of my DayZ Commander screen because the server is restarting. Isn't that entertaining?
It is entirely entertaining.
Totally. So let me ask you something, man. While we're waiting for the server to reboot, it only takes like a minute or two. So anyway, let me ask you something, dude. What do you think about the game DayZ? What do you like about it? What do you dislike about it?
You know, I wish it was a little bit less buggy when you're running around in the environment, like stairs and running around on top of buildings. Sometimes it can get you can get shoved off when you didn't need to.
Oh, that's a mod bug. I think we all kind of know that. But what do you like about the game? Like what keeps you playing this game? Like you've died so many times, you lost good loot. I mean, you and I have lost countless hours of gameplay just by getting killed by stupid shit. But like what makes you keep coming back to play this game?
Partly it's the whole permanent thing. Like, yeah, you throw a lot of time and effort into it, but you can always get it all back. I mean, dying, unless it's completely stupid and worthless and ridiculous. I mean, unless you die in just a really dumb way, I don't get mad about it.
So, what is that the best way you can what can you say to players out there that do get frustrated, that do like, man, I'm sick of dying, what can you tell them about just to kind of relax, like?
Take a break from the game, set it down for a day or two, come back to it later. I mean, that's what I would do.
But you can agree most people die because of stupid mistakes they make.
Yes. But,
granted, though, the mod does not have a how to do how to play the game, so that can be frustrating too at times, right?
Yeah, and partly is Arma 2 is a military simulator. So I forgot where I was going to go with this. Oh yeah, Arma 2 is a military simulator. So I mean, a lot of people who play games, or they've never necessarily played Arma 2, but they wanted to play a zombie survival game. They're coming into this game, and it's nothing quite like what they've ever played before. Like, I've had tons of experience with Call of Duty, Battlefield, all those kind of games, but Arma 2 was something entirely new for me, and it took me a while to get used to it.
Right, yeah, me too. I mean, when I first played this game, I got very frustrated with it because there was no tutorial, and people that were playing it and people that were kind of like, got me into it, they were really no help because they were like, oh, noob, you play this game, but they soon forgot that they started out somewhere too. It's kind of why I'm kind of making this video. So anyway, let me get back to
one last thing.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'd say if you're really getting frustrated with the game, play just Operation Arrowhead. Don't play DayZ. Just kind of mess around in the armories, play with the weapons, fly around and drive around some of the vehicles. I mean, just kind of have fun with it for a little bit. Get used to either driving or flying and the weapons, and then come back to the game.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially the helicopters. Take the tutorial, I would say.
Yeah, don't just start out flying thinking you're going to do fine. The first time I tried to fly, I put it into the ground. Like within 2 seconds, it was bad.
Exactly. Me too. Okay, so anyway, let me get back to what I was doing here. I was showing them how to be their own compass. Okay, so...
You restarted the server when I was mid-flight.
Oh, well... I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I wasn't mid-flight. I was flying when I saw the server updated. I was like, crap! Alright,
so... Yeah, hold on, let me get to it. So... Okay, so when you're gonna usually end up on a coast. Just like this. And like I said, so this is your kind of... You don't start with a compass. You don't know which direction. You don't know if that's east, that's south, or that's, north or whatever. But I'm going to tell you exactly how to tell. Now, when you look at the coast, you're looking south. That is the south direction. So if you put your back to the coast...
I have one further suggestion for the last question. You're really getting frustrated about dying a lot? and you still want to play DayZ though, just find a server that starts you off with a lot of gear, like AS-50s or M107s and backpacks and all that kind of stuff, and just have fun with that for a little bit.
Yeah, but it kind of ruins the experience. But hold on. And Max was killed. So, okay, so this is the south direction. If you put your back toward the coast, you're facing north. If you're looking right, if the coast is on your right hand side, you are going east. Coast on your left is going west. Okay, so that's how you kind of tell which direction you kind of head in. Matter of fact, if you even look up, the clouds head in a east to west direction, and the sun does the same thing. Rises in the east, sets in the west, I believe.
That was interesting.
Indeed, it was, sir.
No, when I spawned in, there were 3 bandits, not but 25 meters in front of my face.
They shot it off. Okay, so I did give myself the proper backpack, so you could probably notice my backpack changed during the interlude here. So I'm going to take my bike, and I'm going to put the coast to my right, and now I'm heading east. And there's a zombie. Now, I'll be honest with you, like I said, you don't usually start with a vehicle, so I'm just kind of getting to a point where you kind of start looting in town. These little towns that I'm passing by here, they really don't offer that much in loot. I would not waste your... I wouldn't waste your energy. Matter of fact, a lot of times, in another tutorial that I did, I pretty much said just head north. And that's usually probably the smartest thing I can probably tell people. Just head north off the coast. Just get off the coast, because typically if you're on a server with a lot of people, you're gonna get your ass shot off anyway, and it just ends up badly. You can survive a little bit better up north. But for those that are totally nub and don't understand to head north, I'm going to head, and this is for you. This is the Bambi tutorial. So I'm just riding my bike. Now I will tell you that this game, as far as because of the military sim in real life, does kind of real life physics do play. They do have kind of a distance system here, where it does take quite a bit to travel in this game. Matter of fact, to head from the coastline, depending where you at, to head to like the Northwest Airfield, which is referred to as Northwest Airfield, it could take you anywhere on foot, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half. And that's just because due to whatever side of the map you really end up on. And that's just walking. And literally, and that's real life time. That's real life, I'm putting real life time on it. To my left here is the airfield, one of the airfields. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to a bigger town, because I'm going to kind of show you where all the loot points are. Well, not all the loot points, but where the pretty much where you need to hit the basic essentials. Because the idea of getting starting loot is to kind of get some starting loot and head north on the map. And typically these bigger towns like Cherno and Electro will have everything you need to really start your way northbound. And here I am, almost to Cherno. Now, this particular server that I run is a private server. You do start out with some gear, but it's locked. Currently, we're trying to make an RP server. It was a Epoch modded server, but the Epoch mod very, very buggy. caused a lot of issues with certain things you can do, and I didn't have a lot of access to customize it the way I wanted. So we went back down to a basic bare bones Chernarus map, and I just added the auto refuel script and a NPC bandit script, which the game generates these NPC bandits, which are very, very quick, very accurate, and they do have tactics to them. Actually, I find the NPCs a lot more challenging than I do find regular players, just because they do work like a squad, and they do almost seem like they communicate with one another, and they're very accurate with their weaponry. So it's very, running into them is a very deadly game. Okay. Almost a Cherno. In fact, I'm actually going to get to a point where a newbie spawn usually is. And hopefully this house doesn't bother me. Any zombies by this house don't bother me. Okay. Here we go. And I'm gonna abandon my bike because there's ads. Like I said, if you come upon a vehicle, you are extremely, very, very lucky, and congrats to you. If you do have a vehicle, my best suggestion is do not come to any major city. Please go just head north and start your adventure up there. Okay, so if you spawn here, if you spawn by a major town like that, do know if you're on a populated server that you might die quite a bit, but you can move around a little bit, and I'll kind of show you how to do it. So, what are some of the stances that your character can take? Well, right now I'm standing, as you can see. If you hit X on your keyboard, you take a crouching position, and you can walk around crouched. Like so, and you can also prone, which by hitting Z. And you can crawl around and stuff like that, as you can tell. Look at me, I am just crawling on the ground. Here I go. Okay, so also when you're prone like this, you can roll in. I'm doing the mating dance, rolling. Okay, we're gonna stand. We're gonna actually crouch here, because crouching, running like this, zombies can't really hear you. Two, they kind of don't notice you right away. Plus, if there's any players about, like I said, it's a military sim, so this high grass sometimes can cover you. Like sometimes you can hide behind a bush, and then you can use Q or E to kind of. I thought you could tilt your head. Maybe it only lets you when you have a gun. Q and E let you tilt your head. I guess only if you have a gun. And I don't know why I'm walking here. Okay, so. I don't know why I'm going so slow. Okay. Okay, let me just reboot here. It's strange. Typically, if you hit double shift, the shift button, typically that gets you out of that that slow moving crap. Buy that. What is that? Okay, here we go. Now I'm moving a little bit. Okay, by this time you usually start seeing some zombies, but I just freshly kind of got in, so it'll take a moment here for the zombies to come up. Now, some of these houses you can enter, some of these houses you can't. Most of the residential houses you cannot move, so I'm not going to go ahead and look at these houses because I know these houses I can't get into. So we're just going to kind of move along. You also want to keep, if you approach Cherno from the south like I did, you kind of want to hide behind stuff because the hills to the north, a lot of snipers can be perched up there and kind of hang out. Now here's a spawn point here. These are grocery stores. This particular building directly in front of me is a grocery store. This is where you can find food, water, basic supplies. You can pretty much gear up your character right from one of these buildings here, if they have loot, good loot right away. So here's a loot pile. In order to kind of loot it, kind of walk up to it, you'll get an icon. I don't know if you can see it on the map. You'll get this like little gun with like ammo on it. Typically it tells you there's like nothing of use here, which it can be true, can not be true, but I found some soda, so that'll give us something to drink. You can take the chem lights. They offer some light in the dark, but since it's not dark right now, I'm not gonna waste the stuff. I don't know why I'm walking all of a sudden. Aha, compass. Now you're golden. I guess you could take the pellets just in case you find a shotgun to go with them. I don't know why I'm walking. Okay, so like I said before, the coast is over there because I know that. So if you do your actually the coast is right over there. If you do your compass, which is hitting K is your compass, so you have to hit K and hold it. And you can see southeast, that's pretty much where the coast is, right there, FX south, that's where the coast is. North is that way, true north is that way. Northwest is that way. Northeast, you know, you get the idea. You kind of have to look for supplies. Not much here. Okay, so got a couple water bottles. You can refill this. Ooh, a can of sardines. That's food. You can take a water bottle with you. There's up north. There's like lakes and stuff that you can refill these at. And I'm gonna take the book of matches because that lights up fires. Let's see here what we have in this. Makarov mag. Makarov's a pistol. You could take the mag just to, I guess, kind of go with it. Here's a watch. I'm not really sure what the watch does. It has no real. The watch has no real purpose in the game, and whiskey bottles have nothing. You could throw it. Sometimes it's a distraction for zombies, I believe, but I don't know. Nobody picks them up. It's just a waste of inventory. Oh, and here is a couple food things. Now, if you start getting a lot of food, best way to do is just store it in your backpack for now. And the way to store things in your backpack is click on your backpack, hit open bag. Now you're going to see how many slots are in your backpack. This one only has 8, so we'll just go ahead and put that extra food and drink there. We got some road flares and some chem lights. Okay, so we pretty much, you can check this back ledge here sometimes, and you can hear the gunshots. So here's some ACP rounds, 45 cal rounds. We'll take these just in case we get a revolver. And just looking, sometimes on this ledge they have a gun or two hanging out here. Okay, so from here, our main building here is, I don't know, you cannot be able to see it from here, but if I zoom in, this big gray building here with the tower, that's a fire station. Well, that's what the game calls a fire station. That is a military spawn. Also, there's a house here, this orange, reddish, brickish house here. That's a residential house, and that is actually a house that we can actually get into. And there's a zombie. I don't want to aggro him because I don't have any weapon to really defend myself. And it seems like these later patches of DayZ, these zombies have gotten a lot more aggressive. So maybe if I go around the building here. There's one over there. Hopefully, see, one just spotted me. See him running over here? Okay, so they spotted me. Now we run. Running into a building causes them to walk. I'll show you here in a second. See, it causes them to walk inside the building. So it gives you a few extra moments to kind of look through these rooms. There's nothing of use. So just go out the other side and run from the zombies. Now, typically you want to be careful of the zombies. You don't want to really aggravate them because if they chase you, usually give snipers a pretty good awareness of where you're at. Because they'll just follow the zombies. Well, we'll go ahead in here and see what's going on. Hopefully they won't follow me. We'll just shut the door here. Yeah, they're gonna stop chasing me. Okay, here's a fire station. Typically these usually hold military loot. Like, this is where if you want to get a pretty decent assault rifle or a shotgun or something, this is the place. We're gonna go ahead and shut the door this way. Give us a little extra coverage, and then we're just going to kind of go up here. Let's see if there's any loot. And this is not spawning loot. Now, not every building will spawn loot. They should, but sometimes they bug out and they don't. Here we go. We have some loot here. So we got we got some grenades. That's always handy. We got a hunting knife. Now, a hunting knife is you can't stab anybody, but it will let you carve up a animal. Oh. And I'm dead. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, so I did a very bad thing there. I threw a grenade. And I lived. And I lived. I don't know why I lived, but I lived. Okay, that seemed like the only thing that was in this building, which is kind of surprising. This usually has a lot more loot to it than usual. Alright, well, let's move on to our next target. Now, typically from here, what I like to do is I don't like to go in the north end because that's industrial up there. And a zombie is coming in to chase me. Why on earth is he coming to get me now? Okay, so you kind of want to juke him. Okay. And what you kind of want to do is, I usually go through the south end of Chernow here, because typically snipers can't hit this far out, and it gives you good coverage. And you can dodge the zombies pretty easily by just running through stuff like this. But on a more populated server, like I said, you don't want to be doing this in town. You don't want to come to these towns on a true populated server because of the amount of people that are going to be probably shooting your head off. Now, churches are a pretty good loot spawn. They usually have food. Sometimes they have a pistol, a map or something. Let's see here. I have nothing here. Not a damn thing. Okay, so let's move on. You don't need to spend a whole lot of time checking things out. And zombie gave 0 fucks that I was in his graveyard. Okay, so now across here there's a pub, and this holds food. Sometimes this is where you can find ghillie suits and other outfits and a pair of binoculars. So we'll go ahead and use binoculars. Binoculars just let you see farther out by hitting B. There's a lot of toilet paper here. Apparently a lot of people had to wipe their ass. Let's see, our water bottles, some empty tea cans. Not much in the loot, which is surprisingly, considering the server just rebooted. Excuse me. You want to check upstairs too? There's more Makarov ammo, another Pepsi, some Winchester slugs. Sometimes I just take the ammo just to kind of keep it. And we have our pistol, which is a Makarov. Now, I will tell you right now, this is not the best pistol in the world. This is a very weak pistol, and you only get 8 shots, but it can save your life if necessary. You can shoot zombies with it. Got another Makarov mag, another bandage, and I hear a helicopter. It's probably a bandit helicopter. More drink, more flares, more TP. Yeah, this place is pretty much cleaned out. Now Cherno has quite a number of different pubs, so you can get really lucky about finding different outfits here in this town. So we're just gonna. Whoa. Okay, so we're just gonna go through the back door here, and then zombie will totally lose interest in me. And I don't know if that's Max flying above me or what. I don't think so. That might be. And I am getting some serious FPS lag. Okay, there should be a pub right down here too. Okay, that's. Yep. So here comes the freaking zombies. And they seem to aggro for any non-reason too, which is kind of annoying. The zombies in this game, this mod are buggy, and I'm just totally. Oh, that's Max that's flying overhead. And I don't know why I'm getting so much. Okay, so when I shoot the zombie in the head, to pretty much aim down your sight is just right click, hold right click. Your shoot is your left click, and you gotta really be careful because the guns do make noise. Noise does attract zombies, and I don't know why have all this lag all of a sudden. Okay, it looks like it cleared up. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna keep running on the south end. There should be a few more pubs we can enter towards towards this hotel and square. Okay, so here's a pub here to our right. Get some bandages. I probably won't teach you how to shoot in this tutorial. Maybe the next one I'll kind of give you the shooting basics. But to really aim down your sight, right click once. It'll bring you, bring the gun up. You can see down the sights. If you hold the mouse button and right click and hold it, it'll zoom in. To get out of it, just hit right click again. And there you are. And back to your third-person view. There was like no loot in this freaking town. So far I can find Makarov magazines. Now, for now, I'm going to take these extra magazines because it just seems like this is the only firearm I'm going to be finding. More bandages that I don't need. Painkillers I already have. You only... Oh, here we go. Is that... That's a Lee Enfield. Okay, so... I did find a gun. Now, typically, once I find a firearm, I typically just unload the extra ammo, because I typically don't need it at this point. Now, I will warn you right now, the Lee Enfield is a very loud gun. Matter of fact, I believe it's the loudest gun, at least rifle that I know of. We've referred this, people that play DayZ for a long time have often called this gun the dinner bell, because if I shoot it right now, it will pull every effing zombie in the vicinity, and they will come after you. For some reason, they hate the Lee Enfield. So I'm not going to equip it to fire. I will only equip it to fire if I run into like some NPCs or something. So if you find a Lee Enfield, great weapon. It will one-shot zombies. It will do quite considerable amount of damage to a player. Has pretty good range on it. Want to go ahead into this pub right here. Now I've been hearing gunshots, so I know there's there's either survivor bots or there's some bandit bots around. I don't know which one's worse. More Makarov ammo. Really don't need it. More shotgun ammo. Now if I found like a Winchester or something, that's typically better than having the freaking Lee Enfield. Lee Enfield's a pretty good range rifle, I would say. It does have its uses. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of veteran DayZ players that do prefer the Lee Enfield as a starter rifle, and they use it for quite some time in game before they even trade it up for like a DMR or something, which is very odd. Guess it's tried and true. So I have people that I play with in this game that use the Lee Enfield all the time, and they fire it off like, you know, it's a machine gun, and then they want to know why that all these friggin' zombies are chasing them, which is kind of funny. Firing off a Lee Enfield, very bad for business. You will have a very bad day. You know, typically you don't need to check all these pubs, but they are pretty good to check for loot and for supplies. Because I'm on a lock server, which nobody's on at the moment except for Max, is, you know, gives you time to kind of look, help you kind of look. So here's some more revolver rounds, and as Max said in the chat, you can find some camo clothes. Typically pubs are really good for camo clothes and ghillie suits. Why that is, I have no clue. There's another Makarov. I know people laugh at the Makarov and be like, you know, it's better than nothing. Some people actually prefer the hatchet over the Makarov.
It has about the same range.
Exactly. That was Max chiming in. These doors are a little bit buggy. You gotta kind of watch sometimes when you open up these doors because they can break your leg, and I've seen people instant death on them. Go into this. Go into this pub. Oh, we got a revolver. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to take the revolver over the Makarov because it might give me less bullets, but they're more of a stopper. So I'm just going to drop the rest of this Makarov ammo off. Some people probably won't agree with me on this, but let's see, you can easily find ammo for them. Now, M1911 ammo can be converted into ACP rounds and vice versa. So don't fret if you like, oh man, I don't know ammo for my revolver. If you find 1911 ammo, you can convert it just like this. Right click it, combine for revolver. There you go. And I just got 2 more. I don't know. I guess you wouldn't say magazines for my revolver. Typically, it's 6 rounds for a revolver, so I just gained another 12 rounds, which is not bad. And see, here's more ammo here. See, boom. Now I'm good to go. Now this revolver is a really good one, really powerful. And this is basic loot. I mean, this is pretty much what you're gonna start with when you first play this game. I mean, this is it. I mean, you get a revolver and a Lee Enfield, you are a dangerous person. People will want to take you out at this point. Okay. Now, Cherno does have an area, a military spawn area, which is the military tents. Now, I won't lie to you. Typically, there's never really any good loot there, except for the medical supplies. And we're gonna head over in that direction. There's a hospital, which is we'll note a kind of as a landmark. We'll check out this residential building. And you kind of just heard that machine gun sound. I don't know if Max is here or not. And here's some more Lee Enfield bullets. So I'm going to take another Lee Enfield mag. That sounds like a 249. Yeah, that sounds like a very big gun. Oh, there he is. He's up there. See? There's Max. You can tell because that's a helicopter up there. Let's see here. And he probably sees me. There he is. He's up there saluting. Look at that. Okay, this building here is a hospital. You can get medical supplies here. Matter of fact, here's a medical supply box right here. Now, typically what you want to get is food and bandages, and you want to carry morphine injectors because these solve broken legs. And what I normally do is sometimes I will carry a blood bag or 2 and get rid of these Makarov rounds. Just because sometimes you can help out a player, take an extra morphine. You can have too much, not enough morphine. Sometimes you can help out a player if you run into like a friend, like if you're yeah, you can help yourself too on some servers. But also if you have friends that are waiting for you and you're losing a lot of blood or whatever. they can typically. It's a good thing to have. This way, you have something to get your health back. This door should. Oh, yep, there you go. Door should open. And Max probably taking pop shots at me. Okay, here's the military medical tents. And you can look around. Now, in one of the new patches, they really implemented getting infected and stuff. So antibiotics is really, really good. So I'm going to take 2 of those. And now I'm pretty much filled up. Now it's trying to make my way north. Now, some people get greedy and they try to hang out down here and try to get everything they possibly can. But right now, my goal is to get the hell out of this area and head north. If you're sticking around these big cities for too long, you're kind of an idiot. And Max gave me a warning that I'm heading towards an AI group. Here we go. Now, I gotta make a choice. Do I keep my Lee Enfield with 2 magazines, or do I go with an SA-58V machine gun? Well, let's see here. A Lee Enfield mag has 10 rounds to it. Yeah, 10 rounds. Excuse me. And as a new player, you might want to look at the upper right-hand corner, because it'll tell you what right now you have equipped. Lee Enfield 10/2, which is you have 10 rounds in your gun, and you have 2 clips waiting for you. So, right now I have a total of 30 rounds with my Lee Enfield. This gun here, each clip holds 30 rounds. So, right now I have, let's see here, 30, and this right here will have 60. This is bolt action. This is semi-automatic, fully automatic. I believe they shoot 7.45 rounds, which is a lot more powerful than the Lee Enfield bullet. The Enfield is a 303.
7.62, but I'm pretty sure that's 5.45.
Let's take a look here real fast. Nope, this is the 7.62. In most situations, you want to go with the automatic weapon. Some people, veteran DayZ players, will keep the Lee Enfield, but typically I like to go with the more of the automatic weaponry, and it has a bigger caliber on it than Lee Enfield. Probably better range too. Okay, so we got ourselves some medical supplies, some food and drink, and all that other good stuff. Now it's time to head north. Look on your compass. Head north, or you just northwest is probably the best way. Just head northwest, because that's where the big loot spawns are. And Max did warn me that there are AI groups heading towards me, so I'm going to head away from the fighting, because 1, I have limited ammo. 2, yes, I can hear them firing. The game is about survival, guys. You don't need to run towards the direction of the bullets, or run towards the direction of the zombies. So now, my goal is to get the hell out of the big city without getting killed now. And this is kind of a gauntlet in itself, because if you're on a populated server, you might get your ass blown off. And okay, so I found a bigger backpack. So how do you take it? How do you transfer your gear from one backpack to another? So this is how you do it. You scroll over the backpack. It says open or take. Open your backpack. Open the backpack on the ground. Then open your own backpack, and then just transfer everything over. And this way, you get a bigger backpack. So I got 4 extra slots. And you just hit take backpack. And there you go. You just swapped it. It looks like Max is taking care of the bandits.